Hey, family tech man, how's your spirit? Talk to me. Tell me something good. Mm, I'll be right there. 1 second. There we go. Copy. We on. How's your spirit? Talk to me. Tell me something good. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. I gotta light the good luck spliff. But we're gonna continue from where we left off last night. Uh Give y'all a minute, get settled, everything. And we're gonna take off. Give me 1 second. Well, actually, give y'all a minute. I'm gonna give you guys a minute. My spirit is fantastic. How is your spirit? Hopefully, all is well. All right, we left off at 3, embracing your journey, the good, the bad, the ugly. Once you accept it, life starts making sense. Gratitude becomes easier because you see everything, every experience is part of his plan. And this is what a lot of people don't understand is that, whatever God puts you through, it's reasonings behind it. It's never for nothing. And when you understand what it is that he's trying to show you and put you through to get you to where you need to be in life, it really starts to make sense for the simple fact that your choices shape your adversities. Your adversities are your lessons to get you to your blessings. And the only way you can get to your blessings, you have to go through your adversities. Like I said, a lot of people would love to live their lives backwards, but you must live it forward so you can get the lessons and the blessings. Your adversities shape and mold you to who you're going to be. Everybody has adversities, and why I'm saying this, because the topic is purpose, embracing your journey. It's all in one, because embracing your journey, and having purpose, your purpose is in your journey. Like I said, your adversities is the path that God has you on to shape and mold you to who He wants you to be. And only if you go through your adversities by paying attention and being sincere will you reap the rewards. And I was just talking to somebody today, I think, or yesterday, and we were talking about how, you can't second guess God's blessings and you can't straddle the fence. If you want God's blessings, you got to be 100%. And it's not here, it's here. You see, because you can trick anybody with this, but you can't trick God with this. That's what He knows your heart better than you can ever know your own self. And the reason why I'm saying this is because uh I want you guys to get this. And like I said, once you embrace your journey, you on the path of understanding what God has for you in your life. And the only way you're going to be able to heal is you have to go through these things. You have to uh, uh, be able to absorb whatever He has for you, because you got to understand He does everything but fail, and He's never going to do anything to hurt us. So once you embrace your journey, you see the path that your life is on. And if you want to change it, you always can, because he leads another door for you to always, or another road for you to always come back. But the thing is, you have to be able to see it, to understand that, that's your purpose. You have to embrace that journey. You know, my life has been a journey of jails and institutions for the last 40 something, 30 something, 40 years. And the thing is you know your journey. Only you know your purpose if you're paying attention. And if you're paying attention, once you embrace your journey, life is going to be a lot greater for you, because you live in the purpose that God has you here. And this is the things you have to understand. You have to be able to see what it is God is showing you in order for you to embrace your journey. And that comes with going through adversity after adversity after adversity, bumping your head, bumping your head, bumping your head, and then realizing that, you need a higher power to guide you. And this is when things get better for you, and that's what it's about, bracing your journey. Like I said, you're one out of billions of sperm cells that made it. You ain't get shit out, spit out, or swallowed. So you have a purpose. You just have to understand your purpose. You have to understand where your blessings come from. Like yesterday, we talked more about God, all the things that we need to be grateful for, and He gives us air to breathe. He gives us sight. He gives us taste. He gives us the ability to put different seasonings together to make food taste great, make different concoction, all kinds of things. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a blessing when God is being used by us, because this is what He wants. He wants you to find your purpose, and this is what I'm trying to help you guys to get to: seeing your purpose, understanding your purpose, embracing your journey, because you only get one life to live. And you can't be sorry for your past, because your past shape and mold you to who you are today. If you love who you are today, like I love who I am today. Like I said, I had low self-esteem and all that stuff. But now today I have made improvements on myself, because that's what I wanted for myself. I didn't waste my time like a lot of people has. This is how I'm able to put books on Amazon. This is how I'm able to do a podcast with the help of friends. But I'm still striving to make these things happen, and it's about growth and development, striving to do better and be better every day. One of my prayers is to be better tomorrow than I am today, and that's a blessing. Just being able to be better tomorrow than you are today is a blessing. And then just let it keep rolling on, but this is the things, like I tell you guys, man, life, like you only get one life, man. Embrace your journey. It's very important. And know that God has you. He's going to do everything but make you fail. He's going to help you through it if you trust and believe and keep your faith in Him. Number 4, hit that wall of adversity head on. Look at all your shortcomings, your mistakes, your pain. Keep choosing to face them instead of running. That's where growth happens. Like I tell you guys, only you can change you. No one can change you. And when you face that wall of adversity, and understand that, man, these are the things that has held you back your whole life from making decisions that could have been prosperous for you, held you back uh, being in fear of certain things or whatever, or it held you back for so many different reasons. Now you're getting rid of these things. You're looking at them, understanding that you can't go over this wall, you can't go under it, you can't go around it. You must go through it. You must face these things head on. And then and only then can you start to really heal it. The stuff that I had you to do before, like understanding there's a God and understanding that wherever you at in life, He put you there because He's driving the car, and you must accept the responsibility that maybe it's something that you did that got you there. Then embracing your journey. These are only preparations to get you ready for that wall with all the things, your shortcomings, your adversities, your fears, your insecurities, your ego, your pride, everything. And once you're able to face these things, life is going to start to be a lot greater for you because you no longer have fears of life. You only have fears of God. Okay, I see you, my brothers. Streamboo.org. So, like I said, you have to make the conscious decision, you know what I mean, to face that wall and know that excuse me, whatever you go through, God is going to get you through. And on the other side of that wall is freedom. Freedom from all the things that have held you back with so many different things. And once you get it, you're going to have it. But you must face these things. You must go through these things. And the fifth principle is making the conscious decision to go through that wall of adversity, facing all these things, these shortcomings you have, and knowing that once you go through this wall, life is going to change. It's going to be tough for a minute, but it's going to be much better in the end. You work through your past, your present, and your future. You dig into what, when, where, why, and how, and sometimes who of your life. It's painful at first, especially the past, but you come out with knowledge, then wisdom, then understanding. After understanding comes healing, and you heal by helping everyone accept, achieve, and appreciate love because God is love and love is God. Love is the strongest force in the universe. It can make you the happiest, it can make you the saddest. It's up to you. But the whole thing is once you break through and make the conscious decision that you're going to do the right thing and face all your fears, your shortcomings, your adversities, so forth and so on. Now you're on the road of change, which is knowledge. And the road of change consists of three parts, three articles: past, present, future, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. And like I just told you, the past is going to be the hardest because these are things that are holding you back. This is why you keep looking back instead of looking forward. And God could have something right here, but you always right here. So when you turn around, it's gone. So you have to stay looking forward. Your past is just a measuring stick of the things that you liked in life and the things you didn't. And the things you didn't like in life, you build barriers, boundaries. And the people who love you will respect your boundaries, and the people who don't will try to trample them. And those are the people you get away from. It's simple. It's not rocket science. Well, like I said, once you on this road here, if you 100% sincere to yourself, you don't have to be sincere to me about nothing. You don't even have to tell me nothing. Like I tell you, this program right here, right? It's a book. This is my book, Through Adversity Come Change. It's on Amazon by me, Rich Coleman. And then you have a workbook on Amazon, Through Adversity Come Change by Rich Coleman workbook, whereas you can start working on yourself through the workbook without me. So you don't have to be real with me. You have to be real with you in order for yourself to heal. I can uh pretend that I can help you. No, you have to help. You have to make. I can only lead you in a direction, but you have to take the step. Like they say, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And this is where I'm at. I can't make nobody drink. This is why I always tell you guys, subscribe to my channel, like, subscribe, share. Send gifts if you wanna. And I'm not looking for nothing. I just want to help people to heal. Like I said, I've done a lot of wrong in my life, and this is my time to make amends for me, not for no one else. It's for me to be at peace. So I understand that, I've done wrong and now I can do right. And like I tell you, that's one of the tricks that God did to the devil, make him think that he had real respite over people. What do people do when they get to my age and a little younger or a little older? They seek God out. So all he does is run us back to God, and that's God's genius. But my thing is helping you to heal. And how you got to do that? You have to look at all those things that are your shortcomings and go through your what's, when's, where's, why's, how, and sometime who, meaning who did what happened, how this happened, this, all of that. And each one of them, you have to go through these. You're going to be crying. You're going to be sad. You're going to go through emotion because these are things that were traumatic in your life. They were trauma. And this is why they trouble you. And what this does, this helps you to uh, trouble yourself, help you to heal, so then you can show others that what we were going through, the traumas that we went through. It's the past, and we must let it go in order for us to heal and move on in life. Like I said, we got to heal. The only way we're going to be able to come together and do something righteous, we have to heal. Then learn the lies from the truth, and then come together and do something positive. It's time, man. All we go through in life is heartache and pain and all that. That's not what life is about. Sometimes we bring it on ourselves, like myself, and sometimes it's just what it is. It's what God has you going through to get you the way you need to be. And this is where you have to embrace it. A lot of people are afraid to embrace the pain. It's gonna be there. You got to embrace it. It's been times when I was, away, and the pain was like unbearable. And I just said, guess let me engulf myself in it. And it's funny. That's when the pain dissipated. When you face it, it's like your adversities. Once you face them, it's like a bully. Once you face a bully cowers. You just have to face them, man, and understand that once you embrace your journey, or embrace your adversities, embrace your fears, embrace all your shortcomings, everything, and seek the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to get past them, there's nothing that you can do that's not going to work, man. Once you're in a good position in life, man, life is just, it takes care of itself. Of course, you don't let little frivolous things trouble you, or sadden you. You live life for what it really is, life. And you don't judge, you don't point fingers, and you understand that people are going to be people. And just because the person is where they are in life, that don't mean you got to be there. And I mean, there's so much that comes along with peace and healing, man, that, like I said, I just want to share it with you guys because I know how important it is. There's so many people going through so much, and all they need is a little bit of encouragement to help them get over the hump, and that's what I try to do. Just give a little something to help us get over that hump, man. Because we need sometimes we need each other. Like I said, it takes a village. And if we can't encourage each other to do better and be better, man, there's something wrong. And this is why I come on every night, give y'all at least something to think about. Something might change your life. Something that will help you to grow. Like, man, might help you to help somebody else. And then, man, life is so much better, man, when things come together for a common goal, for a common cause, you know, and everybody's eating, everybody's living comfortable. This is what life is about, man. God put us here to help each other. He ain't put us here to hurt each other or be better than this one or that one, or you have all the money, or no, He put us here to help each other, and this is what we have to learn to do. We've gotten so selfish, because we've let the devil into our lives, and he's the master of the whisper. He knows your inner self. We have to get better. We have to do better. We have to learn. We have to unlearn and then relearn and then learn again, and then just keep striving for perfection. Excuse me. That's my thing. Keep striving for perfection. It don't come overnight. You got to keep going over and over and over and over. I'm going to pull out these poems that I wrote when I was away, inshallah, tomorrow. I'm going to read some of them to you, how they impacted my mindset and helped me to change my mindset and help me to look at life for what it really is. Because sometimes it's just something that someone else says that helps you to get over that hump. And I hope and pray that I'm that for somebody. Don't have to be everybody. Like I said, if you save one life in a lifetime, you've done a miracle. And that's all I want. I would like millions, but if I get one, I'm cool. Because man, life is a beautiful thing, man. We just have to live it the right way. And like I said, once you go through all your what's, when's, where's, why's, how, and sometimes who, and your past, present, future, your knowledge, wisdom, understanding, by the time you get to understanding, you're going to see that the things that troubled you were nothing. And you're going to feel foolish for even letting them be a burden on your brain. It's just like I tell you, when I was a kid, I went to see The Exorcist. If I look at that today, it'll be a joke. But before, I was scared to death. I wouldn't even go in the house by myself for years as a young teenager. So yeah, I'm here to help you to get all these things out of you, so that you can live a better, productive life. So you can, make life better for you and the people around you. And this is what it's about. Helping us, helping everyone accept, achieve, and appreciate love. A lot of us don't know what love is because what we had wasn't love. And then once you're able to achieve it, you understand it. And then once you appreciate it, you know what it is. And you do everything in your powers never to lose it ever again in life. But you have to go through it and understand that love is God and God is love. Love is the strongest force in the universe. It can make you the happiest and it can make you the saddest. Love has conquered nations. Love makes people jump off of buildings. Love make people, well, I can't say that's love. That's not love. That's infatuation. That's craziness. But it's a part of what people call love. But what I want to help you to get real love, genuine love, where people love you for who you are and you love them for who they are. And we build and do productive things together. This is what this is all about. This is not only a book or a workbook or paperback or a Kindle or a platform. This is a movement as well to help people. And inshallah, by the will of Allah And by His grace, it'll go to where I want it to go. Inshallah. But you guys have a wonderful night. Hopefully you got something out of it. And I'm gonna pick some different topics for tomorrow. This was part two of finishing up from yesterday, talking about God and all His many, many blessings that He gives us, and all His many, many wonders that help us to get through life adversities. But you guys have a blessed night. Get your spirit right with the Most High, and keep on doing what you got to do. TACC man out. Peace.